Call the Board of Education meeting for Monday, July the 21st to order. Please stand for the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First on the agenda is the approval of the agenda.
I move to approve the agenda of the July 21st, 2014 regular meeting as presented.
Second.
There's a motion and second. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is the approval of the consent agenda items.
Move to approve the consent agenda items as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is public participation. Well, I might have something to say. I don't know how many of you out there know that this meeting is our official meeting with our new superintendent and our new assistant superintendent, Dr. Jeff Lindsay and Dr. Julie Fleet. And we'd like to welcome them. Okay, next is, I'm sorry.
And they will serve in the capacity for that 100 graduating class.
Absolutely.
New history book.
That's right.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks, Derek. Okay, next is the report of the superintendent.
Thank you, Martha. I appreciate you mentioning that. Of course, last month, we had a meeting, I was here, but this is really the first official meeting, and I'm certainly excited to have the opportunity and look forward to several years, I hope, of continuing the great traditions that we have here. So, thanks again. There are no notes of appreciation this month. One thing I would point out is that the tax rate hearing will occur on August 18th, just prior to the regular board meeting next month. So if anyone is interested in the hearing for the proposed tax rates, then that's an opportunity to come and voice your opinion and make your voice heard. I don't anticipate that the tax rate will be much different, really probably insignificantly different than what it has been in the past. Two or three things that I want to add before I turn it over to Dr. Fleet for the student transition plan. As Mr. McDaniel mentioned, this is our centennial celebration, the 100-year anniversary of the first graduating class from St. Genevieve High School. And we've already had some committee meetings and planning of events, that sort of thing that will take place throughout the year. And I would ask the public that if any of you would like to come and serve on the Centennial Committee, we will be having a meeting on July 30th at 6:30 p.m. So you are welcome to come to that meeting. And if you can't come to the meeting, or if for some reason you want to participate in some other way, then contact the co-chair of that committee, which is Carrie Staffen. She can be reached at 883-4500, extension 2109. We welcome the community's input into the centennial celebration. This is it's our 100th year anniversary of the graduating class, but still it's something that we would like the community to participate in. We are still looking for memorabilia and things down through the past 100 years. So if any of you have anything that you would like to loan to us for us to use as a part of that, we would appreciate that as well. July 30th at 6:30 p.m. and I think it's in this room. You know? Yeah. I think it's here in the projection room. So you're more than welcome to attend that committee meeting. Another thing I want to mention just quickly, the Booster Club, the All Sports Booster Club, has found the sponsors that they needed for the video display boards. as one of the consent agenda items tonight, you approve the installation of those at the football field and in the gymnasium. We are excited about the support that we always get from the Booster Club, but also from the community with the sponsors. And one thing I would like to do is just publicly recognize those partners. They haven't signed paperwork yet, but they have verbally committed, so we hope that everything falls into place. The anchor partners are Bloomsdale Bank, St. Genevieve Memorial Hospital, Antonia Fabrications, and Wholesome. And the founding partners are Clint Wolf Eye Care, Fleets Equipment, Don Heil Oil Company, and the First Baptist Church. And so we appreciate their support for the Booster Club project, and we're looking forward to those video display boards being present at the football field and in the gymnasium. We hope that once contracts are signed, we can get the order placed. We don't know exactly how long it's going to take for them to get here and for the installation to take place. But we do hope that maybe prior to the end of the football season, we can have the one up at the football field, and prior to winter sports, have the one up in the gymnasium. So that's our goal. I don't know if we'll be able to make that happen or not, but that's what we would like to do. So again, we're excited about that. The other thing I wanted to add is that if we have parents that have not registered or enrolled their students for the coming year, if they missed some of the earlier registration times, all the offices will be open August 1st, so you can call and get information. Typically, they're doing another registration period August 4th, 5th, 6th, in that time frame. But I would suggest that you make a call to the office just to figure out exactly what the times are for each particular building. So I encourage you to do that. The last item under the superintendent's report is the student transition plan. I'm going to turn that over to Dr.
Thank you. And I want to say thank you to Mark and all of you. I'm really excited and I really appreciate the opportunity. Looking forward to it. A little overwhelmed, but I'm okay. What I have for you tonight is our transition programs at the high school and middle school. And what we did, Mr. Haney and myself had put from Mr. Taylor and Amy Rowland, our counselor, eighth grade, ninth grade counselor. We put a summary together of current programs that we do in both buildings, and then ideas that we kicked around, and we have to figure out how to make those ideas happen, because that would mean changing our current schedule and doing some restructuring of our bell schedule. That's why they're not recommendations yet, because we're not sure how they would work. But they're ideas that we considered and are still trying to figure out. So I'll start with the high school. In the high school, our current programs start with a freshman transition night for parents and students. Parents can come in, meet the administrators, they talk about enrollment, freshman events, high school planning, athletics, A+ program. They just go through everything that happens in the high school. It's also a time that we invite our parochial students who are going to be transferring in that ninth grade year, so they kind of get a feel and an idea for what St. John High School is about. Then we do a freshman orientation with the students in August. We try to build the excitement, make them feel comfortable, kind of get to learn the building. We try to have all of their advisory teachers here. If the teacher can't make it, then we put a substitute teacher that works in that building in there. They meet their student mentors, which are juniors and seniors that serve in that capacity, and I'll talk more about that program in a little bit. They meet their advisory classmates, they get to know the building, they do a mock day, and I think they even do a scavenger hunt that day, just to kind of familiarize themselves. And we serve them lunch, so that's a nice thing. We also do a mentoring program, and again, that's our juniors and seniors. They serve as mentors to all of our freshmen. They are assigned to a freshman advisory class. They meet with them periodically, and they talk about, transitioning, how to get involved. They offer guidance, support. It's just an older classmate for those kids to know and kind of go to for advice as they move through that ninth grade year. They routinely visit, and in the spring we do what we call mentor games. And this year it was a Hunger Games theme, so it's kind of like minute to win games, blue toss, egg toss. It's a lot of fun games. We also have an advisory program at the high school for students. The teacher serves as a guidance, kind of a mentor, to assist the students and support them as they transition. We also do our character education program in the advisory hour. We have care team for at-risk freshmen and their parents. This is a time for teachers to discuss deficiencies and potential reasons for why students are failing. We do also talk about instructional strategies among themselves that work for students. These meetings are generally held before school or after school. They brainstorm ideas how to help kids, things to implement in the room, just supports to get the students. And when needed, parents are called in, or parents want to be a part of that process, they can. And students are sometimes brought in too when they have information or need have questions of that. Some of the potential programs that the high school is looking at is creating a freshman transition team. This would be for at-risk freshmen to meet weekly, have face-to-face conversations, to kind of serve more in a higher capacity mentor role, to really dig in and try to see what may be happening and why they're failing, whether it be home life or actual academic deficiencies or just general things happening out there that we don't always know about. To kind of follow up and help them out. Along with that, they considered a summer transition program, which is a 3-week program for our 8th graders who are not severe enough to be retained, but really aren't ready for high school and are going to struggle if they don't really buck it out. It's to kind of bridge that knowledge gap, allow them to kind of get their feet in there, kind of understand and comprehend what the goals of being a freshman are about. Just kind of a more intense orientation for them, and to offer them some support as they transition. And then the last potential program that the high school is exploring is expanding advisory to create a more grade level specific curriculum and guidance, more in-depth time, possibly even some co-teaching to do some remediation for those lower level students. So those are the ideas being talked about at the high school. In the middle school, current programs are similar to the high schools. In the middle school, we have a 5th grade parent night just for parents, and that's so they can come in and meet the administrators, meet the 6th grade counselor. The band director is there because she likes to give a little presentation and encourage those kids who can't afford to be in band to be in band, because we do offer rental instruments to our students at a very low rate. We can help them out if that's still an issue. We talk about enrollment information, 6th grade activities, our middle school buddy program. And we actually have middle school buddies there to talk to the parents and to give tours at the end so they can get acclimated to the building. And we talk about student involvement, athletics, clubs, organizations, like movie nights, dances, everything that we do. On the student side, we do a 5th grade get to know SGMS event about the same time we do the parent meeting. And it's pretty similar. We talk about some of the same things. The difference is we have the middle school buddies there again, but we also have student representatives from all of our athletic and clubs and organizations that we offer in middle school. And we do a rotation where they meet a few minutes with each one, and that way they can hear what everything's about, how to get involved, and actually learn from the kids what to do and how to be in those clubs and stadium. We also do a 5th grade mixer. This is more in the elementary. The elementary counselors handle this. But it is a time where they take all the students at Bluesdale Elementary and St. John Elementary out to the community center. And they do games and activities and pool games and just spend the whole day out there. They have lunch out there, just getting to know each other and having some fun together. And this year they did it in May, right before school was out, so they got to make that connection with some of those kids. It's always a lot of fun. 6th grade orientation is in August for students. And again, it's to get them excited and comfortable with the middle school. Their advisory teachers are there. Their buddies are there. Their advisory classmates. And we also do a mock day, a scavenger hunt, and serve them lunch. We do the buddy program in the middle school. 8th graders serve as mentors here to help with transition and support and giving them help as they move through that 6th grade year. The buddies meet with the advisories, I think, once a week on Thursday. And just sometimes it's just talking about what the kids have questions about or things that are happening in the book. Advisory also takes place in the middle school. The teachers serve as mentors for the students. They help them get involved, offer support, guidance, look at grades, character building is there. And in the middle school, we do care team for at-risk sixth graders. Actually, in the middle school, we do it for all sixth, seventh, and eighth graders that are at risk. The teachers meet, they brainstorm ideas, we bring parents in as needed, students. And this is just an intervention, like in the high school, that we do for all sixth, seventh, and eighth graders. Potential programs that we've explored and are considering in the middle school is, again, to expand that advisory time with a more grade level specific curriculum to offer some guidance and help the teachers maybe structure some of it, because I think that's where we're at with it at both levels. We've considered doing a fifth grade transition survey, specifically maybe in April, May, after they do those get to know the middle school activities, to kind of see what we may have missed, areas of concerns that they may have about becoming a sixth grader or moving into middle school. Things that, like I said, we may have missed and we can address maybe it's a transition program or through your advisory. And then at the end of August, and again at the end of the semester, we were thinking it might be a good idea to survey the actual sixth graders. Same survey at the end of August, kind of look and see how they're transitioning and what we may have missed as they started the school year. And then after the end of first semester is over, to kind of really get more of a feel if they have their feet under them, and if they need more support as they go through that second semester. So those are potential programs that are talking about the middle school. So those are our transition programs and ideas we have for the future.
I'm gonna add a little to the high school, the freshman orientation. I get to be part of that, I'm telling you guys. You talk amazing. I'm thinking, why didn't they have that years ago? But it's these kids are coming in, and the groups, like Joy said, the mentors, they're with them the whole 4 years they're in high school. They do games, they take them around to the lockers, show them how to open the lockers. They play the games, they try to get things out of the kids. Well, last year in our group, there was one little girl just wanted anything to do. And so we just told her, said, you know, it'll be okay. If you don't want to play, that's fine. And she sat there and watched 2 games and watched the kids interact. These kids said they didn't know each other. And by the end of the whole day, she was probably the most popular. So it is so amazing to see that program. That is really
Yeah, I think as part of the CSIP process, one of the things that came out of that CSIP committee meeting was we knew we were doing a lot of things with transition, but it was to actually put down on paper what we were doing and maybe look at brainstorming some ideas of what to do in the future. So much of this was, has been in place, and been in place for a while now, and just getting it together all in one place in this format to where we can kind of see exactly what's going on and maybe think about some ideas for changes in the future that will help that transition. Because I know from elementary to middle school and from middle school to high school, it was a very significant stepping stone. And it's difficult, for some kids to take that step and do it successfully. I think they do a great job of providing some of these things. Once it's all on paper, this is probably the most extensive transition plan that I've seen. It's a lot of things that we do to try to help both students and parents. Because sometimes the transition for mom and dad is more difficult than the transition for the kid. So I thought Dr. Fleet and Mr. Haney and the rest of the building administrators did a great job putting this together. We'll take a look at some of those recommended things and see how they might fit into schedules and that sort of thing.
Any questions? We'll move on to the unfinished business, and that's the board policy book update.
Yes, you had quite a bit of light reading that came with this month's board packet. It's typically, this is a normal thing every July. We get updates on policies throughout the year from the Missouri School Boards Association. Let me talk about them just a little bit. Basically, they provide a service to school districts. Most school districts in the state use the MSBA policies as a guide. Some districts use, there's another policy service that some districts use, but we use MSBA as the most. And, you know, as new laws are passed, as court cases are heard, as changes in best practices occur, those kinds of things, and the legal staff at MSBA goes in and reviews the policies and recommends changes based on those things. Sometimes it may be federal legislation, and actually a lot of this policy update had to do with changes in school nutrition guidelines, and so you may have kind of caught that as you were reading through all those. But at any rate, MSBA provides this service for us. They run it through their legal team to make sure that the policies we have in place meet all the state and federal guidelines, and that we are doing the things that we should do from the policies. So I guess at this point, if any of you have questions about any of the policies that are in this update as recommended by MSBA.
For everyone out there, we get our board pack of the week, our board on our iPads a week in advance, so we have plenty of time to read those. So if we can read them now, it's only because we have plenty of time to read them. So do we have any questions or comments?
I move to approve the proposed policy changes and updates as presented.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
One thing I would add, there were 3 or 4 policies that we pulled out that I wanted to review a little bit more before they were presented. There are some new requirements in the state of Missouri with respect to evaluation of principals and superintendent. And I was gone some, and Dr. Fleet was gone some, and I really kind of wanted to sit down with her and go through those in detail before I presented those for adoption. So those will come at the next month.
Next, we'll move on to new business. First is the food service bids.
Yes, and this should be fairly simple, I would think. We received one bid on milk products from Prairie Farms Dairy, and we received one bid on bread products from Country Market.
What I thought.
The list gets smaller
Did
every
we
year.
send out, we sent out other, I mean, I know we sent out other places and just declined to bid.
Yes, they either declined to bid or did not meet the bid specs, especially with respect to the time that it was.
Move to accept the following bids for the 2014-15 school year: Prairie Farms Dairy and Country Market. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And next, we have the pest control bids.
Yes, we had 2 bids for pest control services. We had one bid from Presto X out of Cape Girardeau. That bid was at $300 per month. And we had a bid from Hammerman's Termite and Pest, which is our current provider of pest control services, and that was at $100 per month. So I would recommend that you accept the bid from Hammerman's Termite and Pest.
I move to accept the following bid for the 2014-15 school year for pest control, Cameron's termite and pest.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the refuge bid.
Yes, we asked for bids, and obviously it was advertised as well, but we did ask for bids from the public services and in our disposal. The only bid that we received was from Republic Services, which is who we currently do business with. They bid both a 1 year and a 3 year as we requested. As you see, the prices are on there. And actually, at least some of those prices on the 1 year and on the 3 year are actually less than what we're paying right now. It seems, since we did have a reduced price that was bid for a 3-year bid, and that we had no other interest in bidding this time, that I would recommend we accept the 3-year bid from Public Services.
Move to accept the following bid for the 2014-15, 2015-16, and 2016-17 school years for refuge public services.
Second. Okay, motion and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next, we have the food service report for 2013-14.
Yes, you have the food service report in your packet. It shows 4 years of data. A couple things I would point out is that participation has declined over the last 4 years, as has our enrollment. So those two kind of coincide to a certain extent. Of course, we've had some new guidelines for the cafeteria as far as the kinds of things that we serve in the cafeteria. Much more of an emphasis on whole wheat type breads and pastas and that sort of thing. I don't think the kids like it as well. But it's not like we made the choice. We are just following the guidelines. One thing I would note that the federal reimbursement has gone up quite a bit per meal over that same time frame, which kind of leads to the recommendation. And that is that under federal guidelines, we're required to make steps toward our paid lunch price, meeting what the federal reimbursement is, the same dollar amount that the federal reimbursement is. There's no time limit on when we get there, or any kind of requirement that we do so much per year. But in keeping with our requirement to make steps toward that federal reimbursement amount, we are recommending a 5-cent increase in lunch and breakfast prices for the next year.
Any questions? Make that motion.
I move to approve the following food service prices as listed here for the 2014-15 school year. Second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
I move that the Board of Education hold a closed meeting with closed record and closed vote following the regular open meeting on August 18, 2014, to be held in the R.W. Thomas Library, 715 Washington Street, St. Genevieve, Missouri, for the purpose of discussing the voting forms following items of witness, legal action, causes of action, or litigation, lease, purchase, and sale of real estate, hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting particular employees, scholastic probation, expulsion, or graduation of identifiable individuals, testing and examination materials, preparations for negotiations with employee groups, specification for competitive bidding and sale of improvement covers, sealed bids and related documents until bids are open, sealed proposals and related documents until all proposals are rejected, or any documents related to a negotiated contract until the contract is executed. Individually identifiable personnel records, performance ratings, or records pertaining to employees or applicants for employment. Records protected from disclosure by law. Records relating to municipal hotlines established for the reporting of abuse and wrongdoing. confidential or privileged communication with an auditor, existing or proposed security systems and structural plans of district property, records that identify and would allow unauthorized access to or unlawful disruption of the configuration of components or the operation of the computer system, computer network, telecommunications network, credit card numbers, personal identification numbers, digital certificates, physical and virtual keys, access codes or authorization codes that are used to protect electronic transactions. I further move that notice of this meeting and its tentative agenda be posted as required by law. We have a motion, a second, roll call, Eric Bosler,
Yes.
David Bova,
Yes.
Charlie Crowther,
Yes.
Joan Dunkey,
Yes.
Aaron McDaniel, yes, Mark Russo,
Yes.
Rick Rudolph.
Yes.
Motion carried 7-0.
Move to go to closed session, proposed record, and close the vote after a short break.
Second.
The motion and the second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Channel 7 and 98 TV and web broadcasting are made possible through contributions and donations from viewers like you. Thank you for your support.